division sums. Let's do 1.5 minutes, and when I say so, you can start. Off you go. Miss Jordan, I think you can disable the waiting room. Okay, minutes passed. So you have 1/2 minute left. Two, one, and stop. Okay, good stuff. Let's see. So 32 divided by 8 is 4, and 84 divided by 12 is 7. 55 divided by 11 is 5. 70 divided by 10 is 7. 63 divided by 9 is also 7. 120 divided by 12 is 10. 40 divided by 8 is 5. 99 divided by 11 is 9. 50 divided by 5 is 10. 24 divided by 3 is 8. 16 divided by 8 is 2. That is 10. 66 by 11 is 6. That's 8. 42 divided by 7 is 6. That's 2 and 2 and 4 and 4 and 8. There we go. Give yourself, as always, as we've done before. So if you've done them all, you give yourself a mark out of 20. Otherwise, you say how many you attempted and how many you got right of the ones that you attempted and correct. Okay, and if you have your Watobe book, like I suggested you get, remember, you should have a little Watobe book that you do all your Watobe work in. Then you can start now, because we are in week 3 already, so you can start looking back. Am I getting better? What do I still need to work on? Do I need to practice my division? Do I need to practice my multiplication, etc.? Am I starting to become faster? So I'm doing more sums. Am I more accurate, doing the same number of sums, but I'm getting more of them right? How am I doing? Okay, so I have a quick little look there, how you are doing. And then we're going to carry on. Okay, right, so that was our little warm-up mental maths thing. And for those of you who are new, we do that every time. And if you don't have a book for Watobe yet, I seriously suggest that you get that. Okay, so in the chat, some people are asking for some division strategies. That's fine. We're all going to do that today. And we are going to start right away over here. And I want you to read the sum as it is there. It's a story sum. And as soon as you are done reading, like we did last time as well, put your emoji face. I know. I hope after today you're not going to struggle anymore, Sisetu. So read the sum and then put your emoji face when you are done. and then start working it out. Use any way that you know to work out this sum. Anyway, just start working it out there where you are, but write down your thinking, okay? Write down what it is that you think that you should do. Just do it there where you are. Take 2 minutes, and then we'll see what you got. We're just going to give everyone a chance to quickly try this. Okay, so try on your own just first. I just want to see how we do with this first sum when we try it on our own. Okay, when you're done reading, you now need to work it out, right? And guys, we don't do questions unless it's question time, and it's not question time now. So please put your hands down. If you're having technical issues with your sound, you need to chat to our teaching assistant, who is Miss Jordan, this evening. Okay, let's see. So you might have made another plan. There's a few ways in which we can do this. So we've got how many people here? Vusi, Sarah, and Timba, and they worked for Mrs. Adams, and together they earned 3,246. So how much money did each person earn if they shared the money equally between them? So we're sharing 3,246 Rand between 3 people, and we're sharing it evenly, so everyone gets the same. So we can write a division sum and say, okay, so 3,246 divided by 3. And you might have done it differently or in a different way, but I really like breaking the number up and then dividing each part by 3 and then putting it all back together again. So if I look at 3,246, I want to break that up into numbers that's going to divide by 3. So I can already see that I can break it up into 3,000. That's divisible by 3. I can break it up into 240 and then a 6. So 240 and 6, those numbers can all easily be divided by 3. So I'm going to divide 3,000 by 3. And if I divide 3,000 by 3, I get 1,000. If I divide 240 by 3, I get 80. And if I divide 6 by 3, I get 2. So put all of that back together again. So that's 1,000 plus 80 plus 2 gives me 1,082. So each person got 1,082 Rand. So you might have done it a different way. Maybe you decided to do something like this, 3, 2, 4, 6. That's fine. And then you say 3 goes into 3 ones and into 24. Can't go into 2, that's 0. 24 is 8, 3 is 6 is 2. You could have done it that way. So it's up to you. as long as you got an answer of 1,082. Okay, right, so I'm going to take a few questions. Let's see. Ms. Jordan, will you just assist with the unmuting? Simologo, I'm going to ask you to ask your questions, so you just need to unmute.
No, ma'am, I just wanted to answer that question.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
And Zania, you have a question?
Sorry, ma'am, I just found out the question. I understand now.
Okay, thank you. Then you must lower your hand. And then Nklanglinkle is gone. And Mpo, let's hear from Mpo.
Ma'am, is there a column method for division?
What do you mean a common method? Like one specific method?
A column.
Column method. Oh, column method. Not that I know of. I know there's long division where you or what's, I think some people call it the bus stop or something like that. So, which is this one here where you draw the house and you put the number inside the house and then the 3 outside, there's that. But there isn't really column. There's not a column method.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. And one last question from Kele Bochile.
Ma'am, I did garage method, but it's still not working.
I can't hear, just speak a bit louder.
I did garage method, but it's still not working.
Okay, which method? The way I did it?
No, ma'am. It's like long division, but a shorter way, and it's still not working.
Okay, where did you go wrong? What answer are you getting?
I got 1,015 rand.
1,059.
15.
1,015. I think you're just dividing incorrectly. So if you are doing this method here with the 3,246 divided by 3, then you take the 3 into the 3, that's ones. 3 can't go into 2, so you put a 0 down. But 3 goes into 24 8 times, and then 3 goes into 6 twice. So I think you just divided incorrectly somewhere.
Sorry, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Right, we're going to practice a little bit. Here's 4 sums for you to do. We're going to, let's do 4 minutes. 4 sums, 4 minutes. Let's see if we can get through all of them. And then we can compare answers in about 4 minutes. Okay. So off you go. Try those. You can do it with the breakup method, like I did it, or you can do it with the bus stop. Or I wouldn't suggest long division because these work quite easily. So long division is going to take a long time. Okay, so here where it says try these, do those, you can do it my method by breaking up the number, or you can do it with short division, whichever way you prefer. And remember, this is not a race, so you don't have to rush. Just take it easy. Can you do 2 division? Don't know why you want to. Just work it out once. There's about 2 minutes left. If you're saying you don't understand, I need you to ask a more focused question. So I don't understand what? You need to tell me what you don't understand. If you have to leave at any point because of load shedding or because your battery, laptop is flat, your Wi-Fi dies, whatever the situation might be, our lessons are recorded, so you can definitely watch the lesson again afterwards and pick up on anything that you might have lost along the way. Okay, so we've been busy for 4 minutes. So it's just, so a Watobe book is just another sort of hardcover book that you cover and that you leave only for Watobe. That's what Watobe book is. That's all it is. Okay, let's go to answers. So put in the chat, what was your first answer for question A? 3,363 divided by 3. What do we get? Put your answer in the chat. I agree. We get 1,121. How do we get that? If we do short division, we put the number inside the house or the bus stop. I don't know what your teachers have taught you, but we put the number inside the house. Then we go 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into the next 3 once, 3 goes into 6 twice, and 3 goes into 3 once. And that's how we get 1121 or 1,121. If you did it my way, you could have broken up the 3,000 into 300, 360, and 3, which is actually exactly the same thing as what we do over here. It's just written down a bit differently. So 3 goes into 3,000, 1,000 times into 360, 12 times, and into 3 once. So I get 1,112. Okay, sorry, 120 times. What am I saying? Okay, next one. Put your answer in. 4,612 divided by 2, or you just halve 4,612. That will be 2,306. Remember, you can always check your answer by doing multiplication. So if you want to check if that is right, then you go 2,306 times 2. Does that give me 4,612? Yes, it does. Okay, let's do the next one. 6,159 divided by 3. What do we get? Three goes into 6,159. How many times? I agree, 2,053 times. If we do that one, we go 6159 divided by 3. So 3 goes into 6 twice. 3 can't go into 1, so we put a 0. 3 goes into 15, so we put the 1 and the 5 together. That's 5 times. And then 3 goes into 9 3 times. And that's how we got the 2053. Yeah, you will forget. If you forget the 0, then your answer won't be correct. But that's okay. Right, and then the last one, what is our answer for that? Where it's in the chat, let's see. We got 1021. Okay, and also check, does my answer make sense? If I'm getting like a small number, like 220 or something, that's too small. My answer can't be so small. It must be in the thousands because I'm dividing a 4-digit number by 5. So for 5,105 divided by 5, that will be, let's do it together for those of you who are wondering, 5,105. 5 goes into 5 once. 5 goes into 1, can't, so we put a 0. And then 5 goes into 10 twice, and then 5 goes into 5 once. And that is 1,021. Okay, nice, everybody. And again, you could have broken up the numbers. That's also another way to do it. Okay, so now we're going to heat things up a little bit. And let's just see what I've got here next. Let's go to some division with remainders. How are we going to do this? Okay, so there's one up on the board, 536 divided by 36. How are we going to do this one? Long division. Okay. Long division could work. Try it. If you're doing long division, try it. I'm going to give you about 2 minutes to try your long division, or another method. Maybe you like to make a clue board. That's also a nice way to do it. Short division could work as well. Swangele says, I must explain an easy way. I want you to try it first, Swangele, and then we'll see. See if I've got anything that could help you. Okay, while everyone's working on this first question, 536 divided by 36, I'm going to go to Tsiamu for a question. Question time. Let's see. Tsiamu.
Ma'am?
Yes.
Afternoon, ma'am. Can you please teach us a long division, because my teacher wants us to do it.
Okay. Okay. I'll see what I can do. Let's see, Siabonga of Ayabonga. You've got your hand up. Ayabonga, you can, let's unmute you and then you can ask your question. I want to see if anyone's going to give me an answer for this question. Ayabonga, 5 seconds to ask your question.
Ma'am?
Yes.
I can't understand the question.
You have to do 536 divided by 36.
Okay.
Okay. Last question, Dimple. Dimple, you can unmute.
Ma'am, I
Yeah.
have a question. If
Yeah.
if you're trying to divide, but if there's no remainder, do you try to divide it again?
If you divide it and there's no remainder, or you
Yes.
should divide it again. No.
Yes, because I'm
No.
sure because I'm trying to do the short division, but I don't understand. I'm confusing myself. And that's the
Okay.
method that you showed us.
Okay, we're gonna look at it now. Right. If you got an answer for this question, 536 divided by 36, put it in the chat. Let's see what you got. If you've got some commas there, you're using a calculator, and no calculators are allowed. Caught out. 14, remainder 32. Okay, we can do this a few ways. So I wonder, someone who got it right, I think this answer 14, remainder 32. I want you to put your hand up and tell us how you did it. Tandal, where to? Where's Tandal, where to? I'm just going to ask everyone else to lower their hands so Tandal, where to can speak to us. Tandal, where to? Are you brave? Is there anyone else who got that answer who wants to tell us how they did it? Zamkele, did you get it right? You got your hand up. I'm looking for someone who's willing to volunteer their answer. Otherwise, I'm going to let it go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kelebogile, did you? Oh, Sesetu. Okay, Sesetu, you can unmute. Tell us how you did it. Okay.
I have a question.
Oh, you have a question. Are you not going to tell us how to do this question?
Yes, the questions on long division, they confuse me.
Okay. All right, but I was looking for someone who got the question right. Samele. Let me just see who else is there. Miss Jordan, can you maybe help find someone who actually got the question right, who's got their hand up? Everyone else, put your hand up if you didn't get it right. I just want to speak to someone who got it right because I want them to tell us how they did it. There's Samela and Benati. There we go. Samela, you can unmute and tell us how you did it. I see you do have your hand. Yes.
Hello.
Good. Hello. Yes.
So, ma'am, I said 36 divided by 36 divided by 536, and then I said 36 get into 5, and then I put a dot because it doesn't get into 5, and I said 36 get into 53, and then I calculated, and it got in once.
Yeah.
And then I calculated, I said 36 times 4 is equals to, times 1 is equals to 36. And
Yes.
then I'm minus 53 minus 36. It gave me the answer 17. And then I said, can 36 get into 17? I said, no, it can't. So I bring down the 6, and then I said 36 times, it gets in. I said 36 times 174. Divided by 174, which means it got in 4 times. And then I said 36 times 4, it equals to 176. and then
I don't think 4 times 36 gives you 176.
oh no, it gives me 144, and then I minus 176 minus 144, and then gave me 32, which means it's 14 remainder 32.
Okay, thank you so much. So that is long division. Okay, so let's go through that again. So everyone who wants to do long division this way, you must listen up. Okay, so we start off, and I want you to now write it down like this: 536, make your bus stop and put the 36 outside. And we're going to work left to right, and we're going to say 36 goes into 5, it can't. We can all agree that it doesn't. So your teachers probably taught you to put a 0 down. Okay. Now we go and we say, but can 36 go into 53? How many times? 36 goes into 53 only once, because it's like counting in 36s. So 36, and then it comes 72, and then you go on like that. So it only goes in once. So that's the first thing. So you put your 1 down, and then you take the 1 and you times by 36. And I think this is why long division is not that easy always, because you have to divide, you have to multiply, you have to subtract, you have to know when to do what, and it becomes confusing. So I don't blame you for being confused with long division. Okay, I think it is 100% confusing. Okay, let me see, there's some tears. No, Lorona, no crying. But yes, it's confusing, but we can learn it. Okay, it's not impossible to learn, because many children like you have learned it. Okay, so it goes into 53 once. No more tears in the chat. I just want smiles and strong arms. Okay, we're going to be strong. We're going to learn this. Okay, right. So then you times the 36 by the 1, and you put it underneath the 53, because that's how many groups of 36 you actually have now. So you go 1 times 36, that gives you the 36 over here. Then you subtract. So 53 minus 36 gives you 17. And then you start again. So someone put it in the chat, this whole thing, divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. Daddy, mommy, sister, brother. Yeah. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. So we've just subtracted. So now we're going to say, can 36 go into 17? No, it can't. The number is too small. So we bring down the 6. I'm going to put it, and use colors if you're making notes. You bring down the 6. Okay, now you have to start again. So we brought down, now we're going to start dividing again. You always divide the 36. So 36 into 176. So now you have to say, okay, 36. Now you have to count in 36s. So 36, then it's 72. If I add another 36. So how many groups of 36 is in 176? 36, 72, then it's 108, I think. And then 108 plus another 36, you're going to get 144. So now we're on 4 groups of 36. And then you add another 36, you're going to get 180, I think. Yes. 6, 50 is 80. There we go. Okay, so we can see that we're going to stop here, right? So that's 4 times. 36 goes into 176 4 times. So we've just divided. Now we're going to multiply. 4 times 36 is 144. subtract. Can 36 go into 32? No, it can't. So your remainder is 32. Okay, so that is long division. Okay, Setembiso says, can we use short division? Yes, you can use short division, but you are still going to have to basically do the same thing. That's fine. Let me see. Any other comments in the chat? Okay. Right. Okay, there is another way, which is basically a little bit less work, but we still have to figure it out. And that's basically working with your 36s and carrying on counting in 36. And that's if you write a clue board. Does anyone else, does anyone use that method? Just say yes in the chat if you use a clue board. No clue board? No, me? Yes, sometimes. No. Okay, so let me show you how clue board works. So we look at 36 and we are basically trying to figure out how many groups of 36 are in 536. So let's start writing some facts about 36. So 36 times by 2 is going to give you 72. So 2 groups of 36 is 72. Okay, but we're far off, right? We are way off from 536. So let's go higher. Let's double that. Let's do 36 times 4 is going to give you 144. Okay, we're getting closer. What about 36 times 10? That is also quite close. So now 10 groups of 36, we're getting closer, is going to give you 536. Yes, Tara Jane, it's basically the times table of 36. That's exactly what we're doing. So let's do 36 times 20. That's going to be too much. Okay, so now we've overshot the 536. We've overshot the runway here. So we know we need to stop somewhere between 10 groups of 36 and 20 groups of 36. Okay. Let's also put down in our clue board 36 times 5, and that's going to be 180. Okay, so now we check. We need to get to 536 as close as possible. So what's going to give us that? Definitely here, the 36 times 10. We're going to have 10 groups of 36. And then what do we have left? How far do we still have to go? Can we add another 5 groups? If we go 360 and we add another 5 groups of 360, then we are actually at 540. Oh, wow. Now we're close. So 15 groups of 36 is not going to work. But I think 14 groups will work. Because if we take 14 groups of 36, how much is that? That is going to be 360 plus 14, so another 4 groups, so that's 144. And that gives us 504. There we go. And our remainder is the difference between the 504 and the 36, which is 32. Okay, so you can use a clue board like this. I think it's easier than trying to remember, but if you are good at sort of following the little process of the divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, then this will work for you. That's all long division is. You just go divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. Okay, let's try one. Let's try one last one before we all go have dinner and have an evening. Let's do number 2, 730 divided by 78. You can do clue board, or long division, you can do short division, you can do breaking up the number, whichever way you like. Okay, for those of you saying you don't understand so well about the long division, write down about the divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. And if you want to do a clue board, you need to work with the multiples of 78 in this case. See how many groups of 78 you can get. That's going to get very close to 730. We're not going to do bottomers here now. You can use a clue board or you can use long division. Okay, if those of you who want to work ahead, there's some more down here. Go for it. Okay, those of you who want to learn something new and use the clue board, start by saying how many groups of 78 is there in 730? So to figure that out, we have to look at 78. So if I go 78 times 10, that's 780. Too much. So we know our answer already is not going to be bigger than 10. So let's go smaller. 78 times 5. Write down some facts here about the 78s. 78 times by 2, you can do that. But if you want to do good old bus stop, there you go. Getting it wrong here. If I see commas, I know you're using a calculator and then you're not using your brain. And what have you learned? You are not allowed a calculator. So it can't be 10 because 10 times 78 gives you 780. So it can't be that. Come, let's do our best, guys. Let's do our best. See now here, you go 78 goes into 73, can't. Now you have to go, how many times does 78 go into 730? And you're going to need to basically make a clue board. Okay, so here's what we can do. We can say 78 times 10 is 780. 78 times 5, that will be half. So that's 390. What is 78 times 2? What is this? What is that? 78 times 2 is 156. And then if you double that, that's 312. Did I do this right? Yes, I did. Guys, let's check, eh? Sometimes I make mistakes as well. Okay, so what's happening here? We've got 390. We're definitely going to have 5 groups of 78 in 730. Are we going to have 9 groups? Because if I look here, here's 78 and 4. If I put that together, what do I get? I get 390 and 312. And that's 702. There we go. It's going to be 9. And our remainder is going to be 28. There we go. Why is it 28? Because 9 groups of 78 gives me 702. What do I have left? I have 28 left, because the difference between 750 and 702 is 28. Okay. Right. You're welcome to take a screenshot of that, but that is all we have time for this evening.